Greetings and welcome to an LFR thing, and today we are going to be covering Rayman.
More specifically, Rayman 1, a platforming game. Originally designed for the Atari Jaguar in 1995, Ubisoft then wisely decided, oh yeah, the Jaguar is shit, and so they decided to make a version of this game for this newfangled PlayStation thing, where it then sold 1 million copies and was later ported to other systems. There was even a Game Boy Advance version, which was, meh.
But for the purpose of this review, I will be covering the old school PC DOS game in all of its shiny fucking glory. Originally designed for Windows 3.1 and later versions of Windows. And around the disk you'll see how shiny it is, and there's a lot of technical gubbins and serial numbers and things, including how the Learning Company in AOL was once a thing.
And now in a previous LFR, I've kinda mentioned how much of a colossal pain in the ass to get these old PC DOS games to run on modern versions of Windows. This game is no different, as I kinda had trouble trying to run this game at first. Errors being stupid things ranging from the DOS prompt not recognizing certain files are in the fucking directory, to this creepy red error message, to whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. Hell, simply getting the game to run the first time mostly involved fucking around with admin and permission settings, various compatibility modes, bitching about it on social media. It wasn't until a while later that I managed to get the game to run by complete accident.
So, after having to deal with that kind of crap the last time around, I figured, hey, this thing's capable of running on Windows 98, and I have at least 8 of these things lying around my apartment in various places like some sort of lunatic, so I might as well feature at least one of these things in a YouTube video.
Behold, the awesomeness and greatness that is the 98 and XP PCs of epic glory!
What?
Or old ass PCs for short. The PC that I'm going to be playing Rayman on is a Digital 5000. I should call this like the big yellow giant because I can't be bothered to case mod this thing. Just look at all those USB 1.0 and parallel ports. And the headphone speaker jack that's somehow mounted to the side. Truly the 98 is a thing of beauty. The 98 in particular is what I'm going to be playing Rayman on. And adding to that sexy old school as fuck aesthetic that is the 98, we also have various PC things that I picked up at a Goodwill at one point, including this old-timey CRT monitor for good measure. Don't want no self-test mode. Look, the important thing is this thing still functions. It can run Rayman perfectly fine, and it is not exploded in my face just yet. Alright, enough of the presentation of PCs that are 20 years old. Let's turn this baby on. I love the startup sounds of old 90s PC hardware. My dick is so fucking hard right now. Come on now, camera, focus a bit. I want to see, like, the 98 do its ROM check thing that usually happens at the beginning of these things.
Holy fuck!
Oh man, I really should have adjusted the refresh rate on this monitor. Oh man, camcorder footage of a CRT screen. Reminds me of every single video I made back in 2008. And yeah, now you can see the possible downsides to actually running things on original hardware. Because even though the 98 is capable of running PC DOS games from the era, it kinda takes 80 million fucking years to load Windows 98. Of course, this is due to older, slower hardware. Actually, it took this long even back when I was a kid. I think this thing might actually have a dial-up internet connection. Oh man, I would love to go off on a tangent about how much that fucking sucked. Anyways, the operating system should be done loading by now. What? Oh my fucking god, I forgot to plug in the fucking keyboard. Ah yes, the old scan disk program. No, seriously, has this program ever been fucking useful? I mean, I remember back in the 90s, I'd sometimes let this thing run on startup, thinking it would do something important. Sorry, I'm acting out of character. Yeah, scan disk. Go make me a sandwich, bitch. You ain't got nothing on my boy, disk defragmenter. Oh my god, the nostalgia when it comes to like loading these old operating systems. If this thing was a human girl, I would totally make out with her right now. Oh, right. Sorry about that. I kind of strayed off topic by talking about the 98 and its glory. I kind of forgot for a minute that I was supposed to be reviewing a video game.
It's still going.
Oh yeah, remember when WinZip was a thing? God damn it, I'm getting distracted again.
Okay, now that it took about 8 million fucking years for the Windows 98 to load, I could finally get around to reviewing this game. But before I start playing the Rayman on the old LFR 98 machine, I gotta do some benchmarking tests. And for that, I gotta play Duke Nukem 3D. Since I haven't used that PC in like 3 hours, I got to do the benchmark test. It is important.
Now, after the initial fucking around with the various DMA and IRQs to make sure the sound actually works, let's actually review this fucking thing. Rayman 1, as we all know, is a platforming game with some very beautiful looking graphics. The plot is that some asswipe named Mr. Dark imprisoned a bunch of pink things called Electoons, so it's up to our hero with detached limbs to free them all. And now for the record, I kind of lost the original gameplay footage of this game. Thanks, Western Digital. So, for the record, I'll be reusing footage from an old Let's Play of this game that I did 7 years ago. Really? It's been that long? Christ almighty, I've been on this site for over a decade. Somebody blow my fucking brains out. Yeah, this was from way back when I was still insecure about my voice commentary and I subtitled all my commentaries and Let's Plays. Character development. Rayman has various abilities and things that you'll unlock as you progress throughout the game, as demonstrated by a more reasonably dressed Batilla the Fairy that will give you the power to do so. This even includes how to run, which you can only unlock after beating the third fucking boss for some reason. There's also certain abilities and things that can only be done on certain levels, making these specific stages look like some sort of bizarre gimmick.
Hey, Rayman! Take this magic seed!
There are also bonus stages strewn throughout the game, where you can pay the bad guy from Rayman Origins a fee of some of those blue tings that are all over the place. These are optional platforming stages that are often critically timed and hard as balls, but completing the stages successfully often gives you a 1-up.
Perfect!
Of course, collecting 100 tings gives you an extra life anyways, and you will need all the lives you can get in this game, because, yeah, the platforming does get brutally difficult at points. Yes, Rayman is one of those difficult but awesome games, much like Contra or the first Dark Souls, not so much the second and third ones, where the game will kick your ass at certain points, but since the gameplay is solid and there's nothing too glaring about, the controls and stuff, those mistakes are entirely on you, my friend. There's even power-ups that might make the game slightly less difficult, just trying not to die. Yeah, sharp-eyed viewers out there might notice the life's counter being inconsistent during that Let's Play. Yeah, I might have rocked this game's butthole back in the olden days of 2013, but yeah, what you didn't see was the roughly 45 plus minutes of me fucking up and failing spectacularly. Like, oh my god, all the cut footage. But hey, the difficulty of Rayman 1 does make for some rather interesting YouTube videos.
No, fucking, why do people tell me to fucking take a break when I'm doing good at games? You fucking shut your whore bag piece of shit cock-sucking mouths.
Rayman 1, dude. Proctor, don't even get me started on that game, dude.
Oh fuck.
Like, that game, you think you're good at games, and then you play Rayman 1, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay!
Like, Rayman 1 is either the hardest fucking game ever made, or I just suck.
Damn it, Space Mama, get off my lead planet.
Slap me! Do it! Do it!
What is wrong with you?
Do it!
Yes, I agree. Voice clip of the AVGN. That was kind of fucking bullshit. Yeah, the bosses, especially ones later in the game, are no joke, and they will wreck your shit if you're not careful. Thankfully, you don't have to do these segments once you actually defeat them, so that's proof that the game can be fucking merciful. Now, for all the pink electoon things, they're all in cages located in various parts in a stage, which Rayman frees by punching the fuck out of it. Normally, freeing them all and getting 100% completion would be completely optional in most games, but not in Rayman 1. Yeah, here you kinda have to free them all in order to unlock the final stage of the game. Now, remember when I said that this game was hard as balls? Yeah, some of these cages definitely require you to pull out your A game. Yeah, it's enough that some of the platforming in later segments of the game will kick your ass, but freeing all the pinkies, that will definitely separate the men from the YouTube partners. There's also certain pre-boss stages that will no longer exist once you beat the boss of the area, but you don't have to worry, there's no cages there, just one-ups or other things. And now to describe the various areas throughout the game. The first area in Rayman 1 is a swamp forested area full of things that want you dead. Next up is Music Land with slippery platforms full of angry music notes, instruments, meditating Buddha worshippers for some reason, and fuck you bugs that also want you dead. Third area in the game is a mountain cave area full of things that want you dead. Next up is an art supply theme level full of things that, you guessed it, want you dead. Yeah, you are kind of seeing how difficult this can be, right? Oh yeah, Batilla gets captured at one point.
Mr. Dark kidnaps Batilla the Fairy.
After that is another mountain crystalline area full of tricky platformings that will kick your ass, led by some scorpion guy who... you get the picture. See, this game is just full of things that will straight up fuck you up. And of course, after all that, and you get 100% completion, we get the man maker that is the Candy Chateau. Once you've freed all the Electoons, you can enter this candy-themed level from hell and its many gimmicks designed to test your might. I mean, when did Rayman suddenly gain the ability to panboard? Fuck if I know! Hopefully you know how momentum works, if not, that's too fucking bad. Oh, how about a shadow clone segment that insta-kills you once you touch it? No, you don't like that? Well, that's too bad. You're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, granted they have segments like this in Rayman Origins, or Legends or whatever, but at least those parts were optional and not a vital part of being the game. Oh, you like difficult platforming? Well, let's just throw in some reverse controls too while you're at it. And some clowns that take 8 million hits just to fuck you up. Do you like being forced into constant running mode? Well, I hope you know how to jump, asshole! Yeah, this part where you have to dodge the fire is just as hard as getting a PayPal account. Oh, and I also like how the main guy, Mr. Dark, just runs away like a bitch. Yeah, after getting this far, he better fucking run. Oh yeah, there's also a boss rush with a mishmash of all the bosses he fought in the game. I don't know what the fuck he did to merge these all together, but hope you have some fucking lives left. Oh god, I can't even do the fucking LGR voice at this point because, you know, this game has some really brutally difficult parts to it, which, you know, even editing in the post-commentary, I'm just reminded of how brutally difficult it was to make this game my bitch.
Excellent.
Anyways, now that we've conquered Rayman 1, no other platformer is going to fucking stop you. Well, except for maybe 8-Bit or Crystal Chaos and Rayman Legends, but that's a different story. Of course, once that is all done, Batilla is freed, and Mr. Dark is somewhere, and the funny man with no bones saves the world and goes on to, no, take a nap under the umbrella tree or something. End credits! Hooray! Check you out! You just beat one of the most difficult platformers ever made. This credit sequence even includes some of the bosses chilling out, you know, the ones that just tried to fucking kill you not too long ago. So yeah, that's about it for Rayman 1. Anyways, it's time to do some LGR things and play some Duke Nukem 3D.
Don't question this. This is important.
Yeah, I know this is supposed to be a review of Rayman 1, but this is part of my shtick. In fact, I even programmed my fucking microwave to play that Duke Nukem 3D theme song. Yeah, I know it serves no purpose whatsoever, but it's really fucking cool. And now to go and eat some leftover hamburger helper like a manly man. I'll be right back. Alright, I forgot I gotta do like a proper conclusion to this review. Rayman 1 is a good game that gets extremely difficult at points. The series itself would go on to have a few more sequels before inexplicably going on to make a bunch of games starring some stupid rabbit things. But of course, these guys got their shit together to make a few more awesome difficult platformers for modern consoles. Rayman Origins and Legends carries on the tradition of really difficult platformers. But hey, at least you get infinite lives in those games.
Ooh, nice fade to black there. Anyways, thank y'all for watching my videos. That was my review of Rayman, the PC DOS game from 1996. I'd like to thank y'all for watching, and I will see you all later. Ah!
Ten tings, please.
Okay!